Hey everyone, I'm Angela Sawsville, the executive coach here at Flourish Counseling and Coaching. Today I want to talk to you about how do you have difficult conversations with your kids and with your adolescents about some of those big, heavy topics in life that we really do need to approach, like substance use and sexual health and what to do if your friend is having a mental health crisis or someone is bullying you on the internet. All of those things are unfortunately just par for the course of being a parent these days. So the first strategy is your dialogue with your kid needs to be age appropriate. If you are talking to your 7-year-old about a school lockdown, then you are going to use far more limited information than when I talk to my 17-year-old about a school lockdown. So make sure that the conversation is age appropriate so that you don't overwhelm them with information that they do not yet have the developmental capacity to handle and to process. The second strategy is I want you to pay attention to how you approach the conversation. So very often we're really focused on what we want to talk about, but it's equally as important that you pay attention to how do you come to the conversation. Here are some great examples. You can create a non-intimidating environment that's going to make it a little bit easier for your kid to really open up to you. Now, direct eye contact with a child and a teen between them and an adult can often be way too intense. So it might be a lot more effective if you bring up the topic while you're walking side by side to the park, or while you're in the car and you can't have direct eye contact anyways, or if you're distracted dribbling a ball back and forth between the two of you or baking something together. Avoiding direct eye contact and having a distracting factor can help kind of take the pressure off that conversation. And we want that because we don't want your kid to be so intimidated and overwhelmed that they just shut down. Then I want you to pay really good attention to being a good listener. Allow for some silence. Silence is often when your kid is working up the gumption to say something. But that's not going to happen if you dominate the conversation. Just saying. Then you get to educate your child with information about that topic. And you get to share with them your values, your opinions on the subject. While you're doing that, also pay attention to their feelings. Now, it's our job as parents to help our kids grow their own emotional awareness. So oftentimes we need to help them name their feelings. Boy, it sounds like you're feeling really overwhelmed. Is that right? And then they'll let you know whether or not that's the right word. But feelings need to be a part of this conversation as well. Now, as far as whatever it is you want to teach your kid about that subject, it's actually going to work better if you're brief and to the point. I'm a mom. I know brief and to the point can be really hard sometimes. Oftentimes, if we're giving a sermon or what we're saying to our kids is just looping over and over again, it's because we're upset and we want to make sure that we got through to them. So instead of preaching at them, what if you just say, this is really important. I need to make sure that I got through to you. Can you play it back to me in your own words, what we just talked about? And asking for that playback will hopefully help give you some confirmation that they did hear you, and you can leave it at that. I'm Angela Sawsville. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.